Hey, welcome back to my channel. Right now, I need to pick out of my TBR jar what I want to read. That's what this video is going to be about. I'm thinking only 2 or 3. I don't want to overwhelm myself, so I need to pick. Right now, my jar is at 969. This is ridiculous. I did go through my entire list. There were a few doubles. So they're still in here. I am not going through this jar just to pick out the doubles. Some of them I have read, like without picking them. So I did take those out, but they're still in the jar. They're just not on my list. So I need to pick what I'm going to be reading. Let's see. We have A Legacy of Storms and Starlight by Victoria J. Price. I feel like I remember this one. I feel like I do. I don't know. Let me look for it. I found it on Kindle. It's through Kindle Unlimited, but it looks like it's just a trilogy. It's like 461 pages. And I do like the cover. So, and I have read from her before. So I'm hoping I like it. I can't remember exactly what I read from her. Let me see. Oh, Never Run from an Immortal. I got that through NetGalley and it was good. So that's why I have that on here. But okay, so I'm going to start with this. Hey, so I have been reading A Legacy of Storms and Starlight by Victoria J. Price. I am on chapter 15, page 155. I am 34% of the way through. I'm really liking our main girl, Zyla. I think that's how you say her name. She is in a dungeon because I didn't tell you guys what this book was about because I didn't know. I literally don't know most of these books. I don't like looking at synopsis when I read any book. And she is in a dungeon. She's been there for a few days because she killed the prince. Mind you, it was not planned. To clean his room because her friend couldn't go. So she went and she's normally not in there. And I think her name is Kara. And she's in there and the prince comes in there and Zyla immediately knows something's not right. Like he is drunk and he starts to try to manhandle her. He tries to force himself on her and she doesn't take it. And she kills him. She doesn't purposely try to kill him. She was just trying to protect herself and ended up killing him in the process. So she is set to go to the gallows. She is set to hang and it's sucky. And then the king comes down because she's supposed to go one day. The king comes down the day before and he just looks at her and goes, "You killed my only son, my only heir." And she's like, "Are you kidding me right now?" And he's like, "Nope, it's today. Let's go." And just takes her out and takes her. And the whole stadium is full of people and she's looking around for her brother and her father. Her father runs an apothecary and she loves being in the apothecary, loves plants. She loves all of that stuff. The brother is like the king's like right hand. And so she thinks that he's like tried to get her off, but it's not going to work. And she hears her dad yelling for her and she tells her friend Kara because Kara is crying and she tells her, look away, and Kara won't. And out of nowhere, you see that she has the noose, she goes through the board, and then that's it. Like that's literally the end of like the second chapter. And then all of a sudden, third chapter, she's in the woods. She evanesced. She was calling it traveling because she's never heard of this before. She's never done this before, nothing. And she hears wolves. And so she just keeps traveling. And she has to see somewhere to get to that spot. So she's traveling and she gets herself away. And all of a sudden, next day, there's a man named Holt. And he's the one that teaches her that it's called evanescing. And he can do it. And he can grab her and take her with him. So he does. Takes her to a cabin, helps her, does everything, doesn't ask any questions. But he's like, "You're half Fae." Like, I can tell. Like, he is Fae. But in this world, Fae are taken over. So supposedly there's no Fae in the world. But there are. And they're in hiding. And there's a whole thing. So right now, she is with Holt. There hasn't really been any romance, so I'm kind of liking that. It's really just figuring things out. And I think this is supposed to be almost like a love triangle. I don't know because there's another man named Rafe that's kind of gotten brought in at this point, and he keeps flirting with her, and she's like saying like he's cute and all, but like I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not quite sure, but um, I'm really liking it. There's not a lot of banter. You know, she has been attacked. She now has a little owl friend. Love him, but Holt finally realized, like, yeah, she needs to be trained, like, to protect herself. She wants to learn how to be a fae, like, all these things. So that's where I'm at with that book. Okay, so I am 51% of the way through of A Legacy of Storms and Starlight. And I feel like this is supposed to be love triangle, and I didn't know that. Because you have Zyla, and you have Holt, and you have Rafe. Rafe is like the newer fae that she's met, but like they have kissed, they have done things, but she's with Holt. And she never tells Rafe about Holt. Like he is like, oh, you're training, but who are you training with? And she says Holt, but that's because like he has mentioned Holt to her, and he's like, why would you do that? Like he is like the most important person. Well, finds out a bunch of other things about Holt. And I want to know because they keep referencing something about Zyla, that there's something on her that's in pain every time she uses her Fey magic. I want to know why. They keep mentioning it. And then they keep mentioning her owl. They're like, are you sure that's not Palia's owl or whatever her name is? And she's like, no, that's my owl. And he's like, are you sure? Because he keeps warning them, like whenever they're flying, and like he's flying, they're walking. He warns them when something's about to happen. Like he's on the lookout. I think there's something with the owl. I don't know. I want to know what's going on. So I'm really hoping I can finish this today. I've got a little less than 4 hours. So I think I'm going to hunker down and do this. Yesterday, I wish I read more, but my son got sick and started throwing up everywhere at 8:25 in the morning, and I did not want to hold this and then have to throw it down when reading if he was throwing up, or like pick up a physical book. I didn't want to do that. And so I just played a game on my phone all day long. That's all I did. I just sat there and I kept looking at him and hoping for the best. But yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to go read, and I'll be back when I'm finished. So I just finished A Legacy of Storm and Starlight, or Legacy of Storms and Starlight, I don't remember, by Victoria J. Price. This was good. I did enjoy myself. I gave it 4 stars. I mean, oh, the love triangle to me is not a very strong love triangle, because I was like, oh, it's a love triangle, but then once you're reading it, it's really not. It's very loose, like a very loose. It's not like they're both pining for her and she's having to. There's none of that. So I did kind of enjoy that. I was really expecting it to be like a really like intense love triangle, and it was not. But the ending, I cried. I mean, I'm not surprised with how it ended. I really need to read the next one because that was gut wrenching. In this one, it was really just figuring things out. Like she's really trying to learn about the Fae world, about the politics. They're really learning. She's learning her magic. She's doing all these things. So that's really what it was based on. So I'm really hoping the next one, the romance gets ramped up. You know, things like she really gets to learn how her magic works. And there's a mention of a lump in her back. We kind of figured that out, but it's not fixed, which I was like, oh my God, this is bad. But now I need to pick my next book. This is going to be my last book for this video. I need to put it up in a few days, and I don't have much time to do another one. A Deadly Sin by Alyssa Woods. I am not sure what this is, so I'm going to look this up real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found it. It's already downloaded on my Kindle. It's one of the ones that I downloaded with like the free books through that link. So it's the first book in the Fallen Angel series. So this is an angel paranormal romance, and it says it'll take me 3.5 hours to finish this book. The first page is 4% of the way through. So I don't know. I think this is going to be a quick read. I'm really hoping it's a quick read. This is the cover. Let's start this and hope that this is good, because I really have been wanting to read like angel-y books, more of like the paranormal, not just fae, but like paranormal. I really love paranormal. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so I'm gonna end my TBR jar video here. I'm at the park with my son right now, and I'm just sitting under a little tiny tree all by myself. There's not many people here. I could not do the other book. I didn't even finish the first chapter, and I was like, none of this is interesting. Like, not any of it. The whole angel thing and how he has to protect this girl because she wants to try to get into the other worlds. And she's like getting close, I guess, but he's protecting her from like demons. And yeah, I didn't care. So I DNF'd it. I was in the first chapter, read 21 pages. It's really long chapters for a book. So yeah, I'm not gonna read it, but I did like A Legacy of Storms and Starlight. I really want to read the next one with how it left off, but that'll be in another video. So if you like this, or if you want me to pull more books from a TBR jar, let me know, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.